Hi everyone, welcome back for another whiskey review. Well, I'm here tonight on night number 5 and continuing on my adventure of premium whiskey advent calendar discovery 2025, and I'm on to whiskey number 5. Now, hopefully you've seen the other 4 reviews I've done so far, which has been the Balvenie 21, the Glenfarclas 21 Grand Reserva rum cask finish, and Mara Swedish whiskey aged in a champagne cask. And number 4 was the Glenfarclas sherry cask aged 25-year-old. Now I've landed on this little beast. Well, it's called the Peat's Beast. Now I'm sitting here tonight a little bit confused because I've just named the 4 whiskies, Balvenie 21, Glenfarclas 25, Balvenie, and the champagne cask, exotic Swedish whiskey, which in fact is an 11-year-old. I didn't say that during the video. I learned that later. For some reason, they don't put it on the bottle. But now we've got this indie release, peated cask strength whiskey in a premium whiskey box, which confuses me a little because this is not a very expensive whiskey. In fact, in New Zealand, even at a high ABV, it retails for well under $100. So I don't know what's going on. But one thing I'll say is I'll never say no to a high ABV cask strength peated dram because I love peated whiskies. So irrespective of the price, I'm still going to have a bit of fun with it. Now, very, very light in color, you can see there. So I tried doing a bit of research. So they seem to do a sherry cask version as well, but this looks like just ex-bourbon casks, 52.1% ABV. And again, I didn't really spend too much time researching who makes it, where does it come from. It's an independent bottler, who I'm assuming putting some barrels together to do these batch whiskies. But also maybe because I was a bit put off by the fact, what is this sample doing in my luxury box? But hey, let's see what happens. Well, let's start on the nose and see what this whiskey is like. Oh yes, solid dose of honey intertwined with that peaty note, obviously. There's just a hint of citrus, but the honey is just spot on. Really, really nice whiskey. On the nose so far. I haven't sipped in here. Oh, yeah. I am actually intrigued who bottles it now. All right, let's see what's it like on the palate. Nice. Quite sharp, actually very sharp on the palate. And it's not the peat, it's just the youthfulness of the spirit. They're quite sharp on the palate. That needs a bit of water to calm it down. Bit of smoke is there on the palate. It's not overpowering in any way. It's not like a Lafroy Grenade big where there's just, a fire alarm going off on the palate, or too much peat, too much of the medicine. It's quite nice. It's quite charry and ashy as well, but I just can't get past that spirit. The youthfulness. It's off-putting. That probably explains the price. And then again, I'm sitting here questioning, why is this in my luxury box? Who knows? Maybe they made a mistake. Maybe they wanted to sort of start it up there, the 21-year-old, 25-year-old space side, and then boom, bring you down. And then the next one was going to be a sweet treat. But very interesting. I'm sitting here thinking, what would I compare it to in terms of indie peated drams? Like Scarabus comes to mind, which they do a non-age. They do a non-age 46%, a 10-year-old 46% ABV, and then a cask strength. And they're all well under $100. In fact, the cask strength is also exactly $100. And I would happily drink them because I find a lot of joy in them. But this, I would say, I'm struggling a little with. But maybe because I've just been put off. I was expecting too much. I expected it to be a secret banger for under $100, but it's not. It's not. But hey, I'll drink it. I love peated drams. I'll definitely drink it. But maybe I feel like with this sample, my brother Gary is going to get a little bit more back in the sample bottle. Well, that's all I have to say about that whiskey. I mean, it's kind of feels like an anticlimax. I was so excited about, you know, getting into day 5 and all of that. And it just feels like it's come down from a massive cliff. But you can't blame these guys. Glenfarclas 25 last night, that's a classy act to follow up. It's just not fair. It's not fair on this particular dram. And I should probably be a bit careful in my criticism. Solid whiskey, worth under $100. Do definitely check out. Well, if you're liking the content, please like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you for another whiskey review tomorrow night. See you later.